Hey guys! So today we're going to be, it's just us, and our mom, Melissa Terzis, planned a surprise vacation for us. And this is the intro. So, we don't know where we're going. She would normally tell our dad because the last surprise vacation we went on, she told our dad. But this one's really, I think you get the idea.
7 to 8 hour drive. It's not gonna be fun.
7 to 8 hour drive, and 9 if there's traffic. So,
Like the car we're taking, we're gonna take our Toyota and it has really tight seat belts.
yeah, we're gonna take.
But the seats can go down.
We're gonna take the 4Runner Toyota, and we are bringing our dogs.
Doggies.
And the dogs don't even know. And I don't really know what else to say, so let's just get in the car. Let's go. Let's pack and get in the car. Bye.
Surprise! Family vacation! So, real estate dad lived in Western North Carolina in a prior life. I always heard great things about Asheville, so I booked a vacation and kept it a surprise until 7 hours later, bam, we were in Asheville. I booked us at the pet-friendly Biltmore Residences. We got there in time for dinner. We dropped the doggies, Annie and Ziggy, off at the hotel and went to Vinny's for dinner. So Vinny's is this awesome Italian restaurant. They claim to be Brooklyn-born, and they seem totally legit. I find that authentic Italian food from New York is hard to find and easy to mess up. The next morning, we went to eat breakfast at the very highly rated Early Girl restaurant. I put one of the most delicious things in my mouth in my life in that restaurant. Oh my God, I'm sorry to report that you can't get it all the time. It's a seasonal special. Pumpkin cornbread in a skillet. Just imagine like some butter and brown sugar and butter and then the batter and then, oh, it's cooked and so delicious. Hello, the South, it's been too long. So we left there. We had an appointment at Asheville's Best Gem Mining. When we arrived, real estate dad decided to get the girls this huge $100 bucket. I legitimately cringed because I have no idea where we're gonna fit more stuff in our house. But the girls loved it, and the people working there love their jobs, and they love explaining everything about the gems. Leah got a geode that we were able to crack open, which was pretty cool. Where are we, girls? Say it louder. We're at Asheville's Best Gem Mining, girls. All right, Leah got a geode that we cracked open and we were able to see the crystals inside. We left with 2 bags of gems and they gave us a $25 credit to go back, which of course appealed to the Terzis and me. That was like a win-win all around. So we will be back to cash in our credit, Asheville's Best Gem Mine. I guarantee you, we will be back. So from there, we headed to downtown Hendersonville to see real estate dad's house that he lived in from 95 to 2002. So these were the 7 years in his life right before we met in 2003. He lived in this historic house in downtown Hendersonville, and he asked if we should knock on the door, and I'm like, yeah. So as you can tell, we did, and they let us in. So he actually walked through the house with the owner now, who's restoring it as well, and was talking to her about everything that he had done in the house. And it was kind of cool to have Marcina and Leah in the house as well, just so that they could see where their brothers used to live. We left there and went to downtown Hendersonville. We got some snacks, and then we headed back up to Asheville so that we could think about dinner plans. I think the adjustment to fresh mountain air was too much because I slept right through dinner. Friday, we woke up, tried to eat at Biscuit Head, but we went to 2 different locations and they both had lines. We also passed Sunny Point Cafe and they had a line as well. This is the one thing we noticed. Almost every well-rated restaurant in Asheville has lines. It just seemed like it was impossible to get in anywhere. And most places we didn't find were taking reservations, so it was just kind of walk in. After we left the west side, we hit up the antique tobacco barn and we looked at tons and tons of antiques. I got 7,000 questions from Leah because she kept asking me what all these things were. The antique tobacco barn is pet friendly, by the way. We actually saw quite a few doggies there, which was really cool. We did not bring ours though. And the girls were sufficiently bored, so then we went downtown to the Pinball Museum. There was a wait at the Pinball Museum, so we put our names in and we wandered around downtown Asheville. We spent way too much time at Rocket Fizz, which is like this cool, old-timey candy store with an unbelievable amount of soda. They have bacon flavor, buffalo wing flavor. They even have all of your favorite dictators flavor soda, which is pretty cool. And so what's better than getting the girls sugared up with some candy before trying to go play video games? We actually left there and then got ice cream. And then we hit the toy store Curio. And then we got our call for the Pinball Museum and off we went. So this place isn't so much a museum as it is a one-price game room where you can play all the games you want. You can drink, you can play, and you can relive your 80s youth in the back room with Pac-Man and 38 special videos on TV. Hey, video game room. I know this child. I totally forgot until I saw this sign how we used to cheat at pinball in the 70s, and then I was reminded of the tilt, which used to prevent you from slamming the pinball machines up and down to try to win. I would have to say that the Pinball Museum was probably like one of the highlights of the weekend. We were only there a few hours, but it was really fun, and we all really enjoyed it and found stuff that was fun to play. So when we left the Pinball Museum, we stopped at a little wine bar that was on Page Avenue, and we went in for a flight. A real estate dad got red wine, I got white wine, and the girls entertained themselves by making TikToks. So then we went to go eat dinner at a French restaurant called Issa's, which was also really, really good. Spent a few seconds debating who the worst child is. Leah won by a landslide. Then she longingly stared at the toy store from our table. As we headed back to the hotel later, we decided to sing Leah a little song. She never attended a bar across the... She worked from. She was young and she hated her mother. Who could ask for more? The Leah Cabana. The hottest spot north of Havana. The Leah Cabana. Leah, we have a song for you. Leah.
She said it's stupid.
Leah, they don't call you the worst child for nothing. Saturday morning, we were going to the Cherokee Indian Museum and Village. 3 of us really wanted to go. 1 of us did not. Guess who? Hint. She won Worst Child Award the night before.
No, they're stupid. They should have never come here in the first.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. Well, Dad said that. That's what you would have said.
The worst child. There she is, everybody. The worst child. The devil. The museum was really interesting, but what sealed the deal for us was the tour through the Oconaluftee village. That really was awesome. It gave us this great picture of what the Cherokees' daily life was like. So when we asked the girls what their favorite or most memorable part was, they actually had answers for us. Christina remembered that we were told that women could be 6.5 feet tall. And Leah remembered that you can polish a basket with a rock. We thought that was great, and we hope that some of this at least rubbed off on them so that they understand more about the Cherokee Indians.
Knock up a couple of good-sized pieces of that. Then taking a smaller river stone will give it its initial shape. That's called flint now. Then, once you have the initial shape, you'll take a deer antler or metal nail to give it its final shape, its serrated edges, and its sharpness.
We headed back to Asheville because this idiot booked a hot chocolate bomb class for the girls at 3 o'clock, so we had to hustle back fast. It's actually probably not even worth mentioning since A, it wasn't really a well-run store or class, B, the owner said she got bad reviews so she's closing the shop, and C, neither A nor B was a surprise to us. She forgot the hot chocolate, so she sent real estate dad and I to the store for it. And then she wouldn't lock the door and people kept coming in for ice cream and she couldn't tell them no, but she was the only one there. Anyway, the girls made their hot chocolate bombs. They had a great time and that's like all that matters. So then we went back to the hotel to feed the dogs and apparently I fell asleep again, sitting up on the couch. Nobody could wake me up. These vacations take a lot out of me. So I woke up later that night and I was trying to go find something to eat because these guys had all run out to the grocery store. And then here's one weird thing I learned about Asheville. Everything shuts down early. Like lights out, everything's closed by 8 or 9 o'clock, unless you're a bar. If you're a bar or music venue, then you're open late. So I passed a bunch of places with lines like clubs, but that was it. That was all I could find. Sunday, we cashed in and used our Gray Line trolley hop-on, hop-off tickets. All right, this was awesome. So this was totally worth it so that we could make sure that we saw what we should have seen in Asheville. The ride from the visitor center to the second stop, which was the Omni Grove Park Inn, was pretty awesome. The guide was excellent at giving us a ton of house history and who'd lived there and all kinds of stories, which was great. Talked about famous and local celebrities in various homes on the way up to Grove Park. Then we hopped off, we ate at the hotel, we had some awesome views of the mountains, and I even told a couple that they looked like Joe and Jill Biden, and then like they seemed horrified and the color actually drained out of their face. I guess I didn't know my audience very well. We then got back on the bus and had a different guide. This one was giving us a real taste of the Carolinas. He had such a twang in his voice that we could hardly understand him. Then we finished that and we went back to Asheville's best gem mining because we're suckers and because I wasn't going to let the gift card slip through my hands. And then we went to Vinny's for dinner. I ate way too much and I would do it again. On the way home, we saw a crazy fast food restaurant called Pal's, stopped for a photo opportunity at the Hungry Mother State Park, and we watched Leah sleep while Ziggy spied on everybody. All in all, this was a great weekend. Asheville has some kid-friendly things to do, but it isn't a place I would ever recommend really going with kids. It's more like a weekend getaway, bachelor or bachelorette party weekend type of place with lots of great food and lots of history, but I don't know if it's a kid place. Anyway, that was our weekend. DC Real Estate Mama contact info is coming next.